Yo, Lamar Jackson, what are we doing this year, man? What are we doing this year? Can I get that 2019 version? And you threw 36 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 3,000 yards with a QBR of a 113. Can I get that for 2021? Or can I get a better version of that 2021? Marquise Brown, are you going to actually take that leap over to become a 1,000-yard wide receiver? That number one threat for Lamar? KJ Dobbins, are you going to give us 1,000 yards running on the ground this year? Let me know. Because I feel like you and Lamar could be a dangerous duo. Y'all could be like Vic and Warren Dunn 2.0. You know? Like, I need to know these questions. You know, these are some questions that I need to know. They went out, got Sammy Watkins. Hopefully he can stay healthy for 17 games. They drafted Rashawn Bateman from Minnesota. He's injured right now, so I hope he can make a speedy recovery to come back and help them out. They still got my boy Mark Andrews, clutch man for the fantasy teams, man. Can't be mad about him. Mr. Reliable. The question I have, though, that's like deep down, who is the leader on this defense? Is it Calais Campbell? Is this Calais Campbell defense now? Because, like, there's no name on here no more. It's nobody that you could throw on, be like, oh, it's Matt Judah's defense. Or it's CJ Mosley defense. Like, all them two are gone. So who is the leader of this defense? I'm guessing it's Calais Campbell. It got to be Calais Campbell. They still got their three-headed monster at the corner position. Like Jimmy Smith, Marcus Peters, and Humphreys. Marlon Humphreys. Jesus, man. It's tough to throw on them on Madden. It's tough to throw on them on Madden. But, yeah, man, listen. The defense, man, listen, one thing I'm not going to do about Baltimore is that I'm not going to sleep on their defense. That's one thing I'm not going to do. Like, Baltimore showed me throughout the years that they don't need a big-name defensive player to have a defense in the top 10, top 15. So that's one thing I would not do. I would not play with you, Baltimore. Especially with y'all defense. I would not play with y'all. But offensive side, though, I like what y'all did for the offensive line. Signing Ben Cleveland, I believe his name was. Ben Cleveland, yeah. And Villanueva from the Steelers. I like those moves. You getting protection for your quarterback. I like that. Like, that, to me, is probably, like, the fourth thing on my QB list to have a QB be successful in the NFL. Like, my four things are, you got to have a scheme for that quarterback to be successful in the NFL. You got to have him a good running game. You got to have him some good wide receivers. And he got to have a hella foul O-lineman to block for him. Those are the four things for a quarterback to be successful in the NFL. If you only got two out of the four, it's a possibility you might could do something. If your name is Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, you could do something. But, like, as you can see in Pittsburgh, been having trouble. So what they do, they went out and got him a running back. So, but, I mean, listen. They went 11-5 last year. My prediction for them this year, they take a step back and lose one game. But still have 11 wins, but just lose one game. Because, I mean, Sammy Watkins is a good addition, but, like, he ain't no Julio Jones type wide receiver. You know, he's not a Corey Davis type wide receiver. But Sammy can get up the field quick. A healthy Sammy Watkins can get up the field quick. I think what Lamar need to do, Lamar need to cut back just a little bit on scrambling and more on trying to be a quarterback. Because it's like, it's cool to be a runner for 17 games in a regular season, But when it comes to the playoffs and they throwing 8 in the box on you, you gotta be able to at least read the coverage and throw over top of their heads, man. Like, I get into it all the time with my friends because they like, oh, Marquise Brown isn't a number 1 wide receiver. And I'm like, well, damn, if he get the ball thrown to him enough, he could probably show you that he's a number 1 wide receiver. And I mean, it's not Lamar Jackson's fault that Marquise Brown don't get the ball. I mean, he's the quarterback, but it's the offensive coordinator fault that Marquise Brown not getting the ball. Because, I mean, last time I checked, ain't he's drawing up the plays? So, I'm just saying, you put Marquise Brown with Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson, he's a 1,000-yard wide receiver. So, like, let's cut this notion that Marquise Brown is not a true number 1. How? Y'all never throws him the ball enough. I mean, he's probably gotten, 65 catches last year, I think, or 59 catches. Like, come on, man. Find a way to get him involved into the game more. Use him like how Pittsburgh used his cousin, Antonio Brown, man. Get him the ball more. Like, that's all you got to do. But, I mean, listen. 11-6 is what I predict. I would love to see Lamar Jackson reach a level where he was at in 2019, but I want him to be 2 notches up from 2019. Like, I want a 45-3 year. I know that sounds like Madden numbers, but like, I want a 45-3 year from Lamar. Like, I want Lamar to be consistent throwing the ball. That's what I want to see from Lamar this year. I want to see consistency from Lamar Jackson throwing the football. If I could get that, shit, that 45 touchdowns might be in reach. And it's a contract year for him, too. I mean, he's probably not... Like, one thing I understand, players probably be like, man, I'm not paying attention about them extensions. They actually are paying attention to that extension. So, I mean, at the end of the day, he's coming out with a chip on the shoulder. He just seen Josh Allen get his money. Baker Mayfield probably up next. So he got to come out and show out. If not, they're going to pick up on that 5th-year option. And you're going to be playing on your same damn contract until next year. And you're going to have to prove it again next year. I mean, it's on them. It's on Baltimore for real. Because, I mean, you could go out and have another MVP year and ask for fucking $60 million a year. And guess what? They're going to have to give it to you because why? They made you bet on yourself. So, yeah, man, listen. Baltimore fans, leave a comment underneath of this video. Let me know y'all thoughts on what y'all think y'all season going to look like this year, man. I'm out.